Well, this hurricane season keeps getting weirder as we have another storm system that has developed in the main development region of the Atlantic. This is Tropical Storm Cindy, which currently has maximum sustained winds of 60 miles an hour, minimum central pressure of 1,001 millibars, and is moving northwest at 20 miles an hour. We had Brett move through the Leeward Islands. Now, Cindy does not look like it will be making landfall as a tropical storm, but we cannot take Bermuda out of the picture as a post-tropical cyclone, which we can see as the cone issued by the National Hurricane Center has this storm making a slight northward turn on Tuesday and Wednesday towards Bermuda. But as a tropical system, this will be a fish storm, meaning it will stay out to sea. And our arrival time winds with wind speed probabilities turned on shows that no land is in the picture for this one. So let's go over the current storm information for this storm, starting off with the satellite imagery where we can see our little area of low pressure here right in the middle. Now, this isn't the most organized storm in the world, with most of the thunderstorm development on the eastern side. You can see that wind shear coming into play here, keeping this storm a tropical storm. But we can see here you have the Leeward Islands here. You can see Barbados right there, and this storm is nowhere near. So let's start off here with our global hurricane models, which is showing this storm making that north turn sometime around Tuesday, Wednesday, and you can see Bermuda right here in many of the tracks here on the global hurricane models. Then eventually the storm makes its way north towards Canada. The European model is also showing something very similar, having this storm pretty much make landfall in Nova Scotia as probably an extratropical cyclone. We don't really have to worry about the tropical characteristics at that point, but we could be still seeing a very strong storm at that point. Now, there are a few spaghetti strands, these individual lines here, that take this storm up into the northeast, so that is something that we do have to watch out for. So here is the GEFS showing this storm basically staying on that northern track, taking the storm east of Bermuda and up towards Nova Scotia. We also have the GEPS making this storm turn a little harder, but of course we still have this storm well out to sea. Finally, we have our intensity guidance. So you can see here right around hour 120, that is basically where we're going to be seeing this storm go post-tropical, but that doesn't mean the winds are going to die down. We could see a strong tropical storm at that point. And even though the storm is post-tropical, it still could have many of those tropical impacts, especially when it comes to winds and storm surge. So here is the HWRF hurricane model, and you can see here as this storm makes its way to the north, it does weaken a lot. You can see currently it is at 1,001 millibars. It drops down into the 990s and then right back up into the low 1,000s before it goes post-tropical and moves to the north, getting less and less organized as it goes on. And here is our wind speeds for the storm. You can see 18 hours ago, a very strong tropical storm, but as the storm moves to the north and west, we can see here that the storm does weaken a lot. And the HWRF does take this storm to the east of Bermuda and actually has it strengthen as a post-tropical cyclone. And we can see here on the European model that as the storm makes its way to the north and east, it does downgrade back to a tropical wave, and any sort of storminess kind of stays out towards the eastern portions of Canada there. So, although the storm is not going to be impacting any land, it could be causing some problems near Bermuda up towards Canada. So that is something that we do have to look out for, but that is all the information that I have for this storm. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you did enjoy this video, consider liking, subscribing, and hitting that bell so you never miss another weather update from me. But that is all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.